Hey guys, welcome to tonight's stream. We're going to be doing some live drafts. Send through your picks. We'll see what the viewers and the chat come up with. As always, please like and subscribe. Spread the word. I'd like to start building a good little community, and we can just start coming out different scenarios that the draft can throw at us. And later on in the stream, I'm going to have a bit of a special surprise at this new upgrade I'm working on this thing. Stay tuned for that. We'll see how we go. Anyone there in the chat yet? Saying one concurrent viewer at the moment. I've got 4 concurrent viewers. Here we go. Anyone there? Hey TL73, how are you, mate? 27 and 30 for 18 look points wise. Let's have a look. Essendon. Hey Milkshakes, how are you? I've got a special surprise for you guys later on. I hope you stick around. I want to get the viewers up before I reveal it. Who are we going? 27, 30 for 18. Let's have a look. Yeah, Gold Coast pick up a few extra points, 151. I'm going to start writing these point tallies down for what Gold Coast can do and what would be the most beneficial, I think, just to... So let's execute that trade. Gold Coast pick up 151 points. For 18. 151 points. We can have a look. Let's have a look if that's going to be enough for... Let's go to Ewland. And let's go... Eagles take CDT. Richmond want Patterson. They've got enough with that in that instance. So let's go back. Let's go back if Eagles double up on them. They've got enough for that as well, pick 3. So if Eagles double up on them there with that extra 151 points. I'm hoping that's all. Let me just check everything. 223, 17, 33, match bid. That points value tallies up. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, it's because of the discount. That's what I'm thinking of. So they haven't got enough with pick 3. My bad. Match. So they haven't got enough if they double up picks 2 and 3 for Gold Coast. So Gold Coast still need to get an extra 230. So that'll be on top of the 151. Let me just double check that. No, I've rebooted the draft. So what'd you say? 27 and 30 for pick 18. We'll execute that trade. And let's look at the double up. See if they got enough. They have. They've only just, they're right on the limit there. They've only just got enough. They've overpaid by 19, so they barely get a compensation pick. But that's just enough for them. How many picks do the Eagles have? The Eagles have got, look at my new little feature I did today. I'm pretty happy with it. Boom. Hopefully that you guys can see that a bit better. They got 7 picks in total, and then 4 that we expect to be used. Does that show a bit better for you guys? I hope it does. I think it zooms in pretty nicely. I can zoom in now for you guys. Pretty happy with that one. Hopefully it works and there's no bugs and things. I think Suns will only take 3 NJ players and pass on the 4th. I agree. Milkshakes, I agree. Adensill's a bit further down. I think Adensill's the one they're expecting to go 3rd, aren't they? Top 30 we've got. So these are their academy players here. We've got Adensill, Kobe Coulson, Jai Murray, and Kalani White. That's Jeff White's son, former number 1 pick. Was he number 1 pick with Melbourne or Dockers? I think it was Melbourne. Or did he go from Dockers to Melbourne? Long time ago now. Around pick 27. Enough of those two, but enough for Adensall. But not enough for Adensall. Correct. So now that those picks are gone, Gold Coast are looking at 71 points left over. They're not going to be able to match anyone unless the bid comes in at pick 50. That's their only... In which case, it's their own pick anyway. So that's not going to happen. They'll just take him. They don't need to match a bid. I think they'll want 4 and pass on the 5th. They're just going to have to take them with their picks. And really, they're going to have to wait till everyone passes. Because with those 2 gone, that's their remaining hand. They've only got pick 50 left. So I don't think they're going to get 3 of them, to be honest. I think they either double down on those 2, and that's all they're getting. Yeah, I agree. Milkshakes, Murray and Kobe will end up in Victoria. Jeff White has a good YouTube channel, actually. I'll have to check it out. Remember he came to my school as a kid when I think I was primary school. Yeah, a long time ago. I think they want 4 and part. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to afford it. TL73. No. Jai Murray and Kobe will end up in Victoria. So who are we going after this with pick 3 with Richmond? I'll clear them out. Richmond would be... Oh, we're still on the Eagles, sorry. My bad. Eagles are going to take Roby in this instance. And Richmond will take CDT. Jai Murray and Kobe will end up in Victoria. Their future picks... Who have they got? They've only got second rounders. They'll need to trade a second. They could probably trade Melbourne's second if he falls enough. If one of them falls enough in the, let's say, 30s. Because that first rounder, remember, finishes at Essendon's pick, or Brizzy's pick, but Brizzy's pick's going to get swallowed up as soon as that Annabelle bid comes in. So the end of the first round, that first night will finish after Hawthorn's. That pick won't exist. That's the Eagles compo pick that they got from the AFL. What do you call it? The supplement package, and then they traded it on to Brizzy for Starcevic. Brandon Starcevic. That's brave. Roby to West Coast. I wouldn't mind seeing. I would prefer Roby or Sharp. I would prefer Sharp to be. As an Eagles fan, I want Sharp, but. I just want the safe option. We just can't afford to cook that pick. If we give up a little bit of upside, whoop-de-doo, you're still going to get a good player. That's the way I look at it. If a player is what you need, just take him exactly. And we need clearances like it's going out of fashion. Big time. Roby to West Coast because Reed will come home. He might. As long as we get a good haul for him, I'd be fine with it. Which we will. It's really annoying over here in Perth. I don't know where you're from, Milkshakes, but over here in Perth, he's on the back page every other day. And it just, like, even as an Eagles fan, you just get over it. You're like, man, there's other stuff going on. Don't want to read about him every day. Who are we thinking for Richmond's second pick? Everyone's thinking Grill, eh? I think that's pretty much the consensus. I'm looking forward to showing you this upgrade. That's all I'm thinking about at the minute. I think if Dean bid comes at pick 6 after the 3 Academy boys have been bid on, Carlton's pick slides between North's picks. Let me play that out for you. I think if Dean's bid comes in at pick 6 after the 3 Academy picks, okay, so you want to undo Roby and Duff Titler and you want to go Annabelle. So there's your first 3 bids. And then you want to go after the 3 Academy boys. So there's the 3 Academy boys. And I think if the Dean bid comes in at pick 6. Okay, so you want to go CDT, pick 5, and Dean. It's going to fall between below Essendon and above Hawthorn at pick 23. Deal. So down here, what did it say? What did it say? My memory is so bad. It'll be inserted below Essendon and above Hawthorn. So it'll be down here. So the pick just in front of those North Melbourne ones, you're thinking it's going to fall between there. It's going to fall between there. I lived with West Australian Institute of Sports coach. Ah, okay. When Judd was there? Yeah. Those were the good old days. Judd was dominating as what was he? He was like a 20-year-old. Pretty much first year in the comp he was dominating. Second and third year were unreal. That may have been because in my mock I had 21 and 27 at Gold Coast. Okay, yeah, you might be right. Then 21 is gone. Yeah, exactly. So this is why I've done the app, because trying to keep track of all your different trades in one hit is real tricky. And then it's not just 2 things that move, it's 40 things that move. So I'm just letting the computer do it and keep track of it. Oh, have you moved to Vic, Milkshakes? So you're from Perth originally. And 21 is gone and it's 1 down. Yeah. So that's what we're thinking. I do want to see these guys go early. Taylor and Roby to Richmond, I'll be happy with that. Look at my other little upgrade I've made. Someone last night recommended a drop down for the results pick so we can see which team ended up with what. So this is the Eagles picks already. Cooper, Duff, Tyler. Who's Richmond ended up? Richmond have ended up with Taylor and Roby. So we're getting there. I'm adding little touches as we go. If you guys got any other recommendations you'd like to see, keep them coming. I'll try work on it as I'm fixing these bugs too. Oh, you moved to Perth. Oh, you're from Vic. Moved to Perth to get coached. Nice. What sport, if you don't mind me asking? Who are Essendon going? I think coming. and Sharp. Man, I want Sharp. Who are we thinking? We've got 20 views, 21 viewers. If we can get you guys in the chat, throw us what scenarios and trades you'd like to see played out. Cycling. Nice. They got the Jerome over near Tonkin Highway, I'm pretty sure. I've never been there myself. Not much of a cyclist. Or are you doing long distance? To all those viewers, if you want to get your picks played out, let us know. Just subscribe and let us know. Lindsay to Melbourne, Schubert to Melbourne, Grill to Hawks, Farrow to the Giants, Eagles take it, Ollie Greaves. What do we think? Then when I was 24, Pill Thunder wanted you. There's a road sprint at Velodrome Madison Rider. I don't know what Velodrome Madison Rider means, but I know what a velodrome is. Sounds fast anyway. Who are the dogs going? Who's the best defender? Oscar Taylor, Threadgold, Lockie Carmichael, Fincher. So these are all academy tied. Harry Kyle. Avery Thomas. Mirrors Luke Ryan's balance of defense and rebuild. Halfback wing, occasional on border with tidy skills. Poise under heat. I think it's going to be Threadgold, isn't it? Doveston to the Dogs. All right, let's do it. And then Harley Barker to the Crows. Dog's out the window there. Who else we got? Max King. Sydney matched Max King bid. Marshall Barker to Essendon. And then Filippo. Would the Cats take Filippo? When we get the concurrent viewers up to 20, I think I want to just show you guys something. Actually, I want to just show you now. What do you reckon? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to show you, all right? You might not be interested. I'm pretty happy with this little upgrade. Freo take Threadgold. Let's have a look. Where is he? Oh, yeah, Threadgold. Who's the next rising star for the Dockers? Blake Threadgold is going to be your next rising star. Hey, John. How are you, mate? All right, guys. I'm just going to show you. I can't wait. I'm pretty happy with this one. All right, so we're going to go to big board. I'm going to do this off screen. We're going to choose a file. Entire player pool has been replaced. What if we were going to draft with last year's players? Hey, what do you reckon? Sam Lawler goes to the Eagles. He joins Murphy. Where's Murphy Reed? He's going to the Eagles too. There he is. That's my little upgrade for the night. Trainers going back to Richmond. Camper out. Smilly can go to the Richmond. Oh, that's me. I'll go back to what you want to hear, what you want to see. I'm sorry. Can we convince AFL to let us redraft last year? Hands up. But yeah, I'm looking at doing some redrafts with previous pools, and it might interest some people out there. Yeah, we should take Murphy Reid over Bo Allen. Did you guys want to do a redraft of the last year's one at some point? Would that be of interest? North Melbourne will be saying yes every year. You're not wrong. Well, they don't have a first round pick to waste this year, so they're miles ahead already. They got Whitlock last year. All right, who are we going? Let's do a draft. Who do you guys want to see? What trades do you want to see? Yeah, Essendon, big time. They've got a really good hand, Essendon. 5 in the top 28. Absolutely. Eagles go CDT. Richmond want Annabelle. Dylan Platten, 18 and 36 for 21. 18, 36, 21, 27. That's done. There you go. Processed. There you go. Who are we thinking next? I'm wondering if Gold Coast can even get more points after that trade from North. So they can get another 178 from that as well, and that would help Gold Coast. So they've ended up with 21, 24, 25, 20. So they've got 4 in a row down here somewhere. And both of those trades benefit everyone. Essendon end up with, not Essendon, Gold Coast end up with an extra 101 points and 178, so 279 points. And then they can match 2 and 3, I reckon. Yeah, straight off the bat, they can match 2 and 3. How many points have they got left over? They've still got 269 points, which gets them, as long as, who was there? What was his name? Adensall. As long as Adensall doesn't get bid on in the top, where is it? 269. As long as it doesn't get bid before pick 39, they can get him as well. So if Gold Coast get busy early, that's actually a pretty good result. They've given up 15, 18 and 36 for 21, 25, 26 and 27. Hey, Mike, how are you, mate? Welcome. You've made it, man. Give us your draft scenario. I don't know if you missed the reveal of my new upgrade I'm working on. I've got the 2024 pool ready to roll. So you got Sam Lawler, Finn O'Sullivan, Jagger Smith. Where would he go? I'm looking at maybe combining them, and then you can kind of, where would this guy go in this class, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Where's it? That's all right. There's Harley Reid. It's just something to do in the future. Let's get back to what you guys are here for. Sorry. Okay, so we're doing this Gold Coast trade. Gold Coast has still got a bundle of picks. Oh, no, it hasn't refreshed it. Sorry. Let's do it. So 15, 25, and 26. Execute trade. Essendon. $21, $27 for 18 and 36. Eagles trade pick 2 and 5 and 15. Eagles pay. I'll take a look then. Eagles trade pick 2 for 5 and 15. Future pick if Bombers get pick 15. Eagles trade pick 2 for 5 and 15. Bombers don't start with 5 and 15, though, do they? They need to get 15 off Gold Coast. AFL, Collingwood have reached out to Zach Bailey. They're never going to have any picks ever again, Collingwood, the way they're going. Zach Bailey is a Jet, though. He's gonna earn a bucket load of money. I don't think Essendon would give up a Fitch first. Yeah, Essendon would need to get pick 15. So I would look at 5. If you want to get pick 2 off the Eagles, let's just keep in mind that Gold Coast have just added a bunch of extra points for themselves with those 2 trades. 21 and 27 for 18 and 36 to Essendon, and 25 and 26 for pick 15. So they've got themselves an extra 279. I don't think I've come across a trade where that gets them more than 279 points. I think doing a combo of those 2 trades works best for them. Obviously, they need to pull it off before the Hewland bid. You wouldn't want to give up capital for pick 2 when it's so even. It is even, but it depends on how highly you rate the player and what he's shown in the juniors. If you think he is just a class above and you've got a chance to get him, you might just take that chance. Otherwise, you're regretting it for the next 10 years, just watching him dominate. Would you do 5 and 18 for 2 and 34? I don't think Eagles would do that. 5, 6, and 18 for 2 and 13. What do you guys think of that? I think that's probably a bit too much Eagles way, isn't it? How about that? 5, 6, 18 for 2, 13, and 34. It's closer. But yeah, I don't think you really, as you say, you need 15 for this trade to go happen. But Gold Coast have already given 15 to North Melbourne in this instance. North have traded up. Let's play it out. Dersman's still going. Hewland's going. Eagles are going to bid on Annabelle. Essendon will probably have CDT slides, but I don't think they're going to trade up for him. They would most likely rather. I think CDT's got no chance of getting past Richmond. I think you need to trade up for him. More than likely for Eagles as well, because Eagles are from the reports. Eagles are pretty keen on CDT. Carl's been reporting on Dersma and CDT for about 2-3 months now. He's been pretty rock solid on that. Essendon happy with two of Roby, Cumming, Sharp, or Taylor. I think you can get Sharp and Cumming for sure. Duffma, exactly. That's what he calls them. That's what he calls it. Are we pretty happy that Xavier Taylor's going to Richmond? Is there a chance Richmond... I've heard Grill as well. Grill and Taylor to Richmond, effectively. Yeah, I want Eagles to take Sharp. I hope they do. I don't... It feels like a safer option. Dean Bid comes in at pick 8 on this one. I've also fixed my bug up here. This thing wasn't giving us the right pick number. So we're happy campers tonight. I think Taylor goes to Essendon and Richmond take Grill and Roby. You want to go Taylor to Richmond? Essendon, sorry. Oh, I've lost it. Where is it? I think Taylor goes to Essendon and Richmond take Grill and Roby. Yeah, that's what I've gone here. Grill and Roby. Taylor to Essendon. And then you got one out of Sharp and Cumming. Who are you thinking for Essendon's second pick? Sharp and Taylor is Essendon dream scenario. Yeah, so that's what I've gone here. They've bid on Harry Dean. Carlton have matched it. They've gone Xavier Taylor. And we'll go Dyson Sharp. Hey, Shannon, how are you, mate? Welcome. Then Melbourne takes Sharp. Yep, so we've got Taylor and Sharp. They'd be happy with that. Eagles would be happy with Dersma and Duff Tyler. I'd rather him take someone else than Duff Tyler. Just the fact that he could bust is pretty bloody scary for an Eagles fan. So Eagles would pick Dersma after Harley Reid and his sister broke up a few months ago. Life rules for your men. Don't date your mate's sister. I'm sure there's plenty of footy clubs that have had guys date a teammate's sister. I reckon across Australia there would be hundreds of them. I reckon Essendon would rather Sharp. Yeah, I think so too. Essendon is staring down the barrel of losing Merritt before long. If not to a trade, I don't think he'll go anywhere now. I think he'll play out his years in Essendon, but he's only got a couple of years left. He'd be mid to early 30s, wouldn't he, by now? I think Josh Lindsay for the Eagles. I'd take that. We need kickers. We picked up one in with McCarthy. Who are Melbourne go? I think Schubert still. I think, what's his name? Tom McCarthy, that they picked up in the rookie list. Even though he's a bit of a mature ager, he's got a wicked kick on him and he's actually been distributing it pretty well for him in that second half of the year. I reckon have him and Lindsay distributing the ball. That could work for the Eagles for sure. Yeah, a lot of people are all over the joint with Sharp. It's he's one of those players who's just like, oh, okay. That's why I think Eagles just take him. Just take him. Don't overthink it. Don't try and get cute and get him at 13 or whatever you want to do. Hawks are taking Farrow. Do you reckon Cumming goes to Melbourne? Hawthorn are keen on Farrow. Farrow is now a Hawthorn player. Who are we thinking for? Does anyone have any idea who GWS are thinking? I've got no idea. And they generally go left of field anyway. Who are Giants taking? I need some intel from someone. I haven't got a clue. Either way, Sharp doesn't get past Melbourne, but he either goes to the Eagles, Essendon, or Melbourne. Yeah, I think so. I think that's a fair assessment for sure. Who are we thinking for GWS? Anyone got an idea? Hey, Nick, how are you, mate? Reported the Eagles and Carlton have agreed to 13 and 34 for 9. Do you want to play that out? 13 and 34 for 9. Nine's already been burnt in this instance. We'll do it in the next one. I'll write it down. 13 and 34 for 9. 9 ends up being about pick 13 anyway. I can see Sharp at D's to replace Viney's leadership. Yeah, it's a good point. Viney's getting on too. You always forget about Viney. Farrow's bolted top 12. Hey, Nick, did they have any sort of... Was it just a rumour that they're trying to confirm or validate? Like, was it just a... How was that brought up? Anyone got any idea about GWS? I've not got a clue. I'm going to go Ollie Greaves. And Eagles take Lindsay. We'll take that. Dersma, CDT, and Lindsay. Not too bad. 80 and 94 for 41 and 52 from North. That is... Who's even got pick 80? That'll never happen because it's just a worthless pick. 80 and 94. They don't even belong to the same players. The same teams. Tigers podcast. GWS always do random fan picks. Yeah, they do. Every year they've thrown Cal's predictions out the window, which I don't mind. I'd just pick your guy, really. I'm going to go doggies are going to take Oscar Taylor for the Dogs. Doverston's going to the Cats. Who reckon for North? I was wondering why North only had one pick. We traded them. That's right. What did North need? Bit of everything like the Eagles. GWS always do random fan picks. Yeah, you're not wrong. North. Thread gold. Intercepting defender who reads the play early, marks cleanly and directs backline shape. Reliable aerial assets similar to Harris Andrews. You'd take that, wouldn't you? If you could become Harris Andrews, whew, steal. Is there any world where Melbourne's trade 7 and 8 for Essendon 5 and 21? 5, 21 and 27. Hargraves to North Melbourne. Sorry, let me undo that. There you go, Hargraves to North Melbourne. And then we got the Crows get their first rounder. Tracy, how are you? West Coast absolutely don't need halfback flankers. That's one area they're stacked. So no to Farrow or Lindsay. I'd like to see who you're going to pick on this next one. Tracy, I think I still like the idea of Farrow. I like the comparison to Dawson. Just a kind of Mr. Fix-It kind of player would be handy. Who's Adelaide? Who are we thinking for Adelaide? Would they take Pickett? Hey, Wisereen, how are you, mate? I'm thinking for Adelaide, Filippo. Essendon, Crows are going Barker. Schubert went to Melbourne. They need some key forwards. They've been chasing them. They've got, what's his name from Collingwood? Myercheck. And then Essendon. Stringer. They just lost a Stringer. Stringer and Gunston comparison for Mitch Marsh. Who are we thinking next? All right, we'll get to the end of the first night. We'll get to Hawthorn and then we'll reboot it. So we'll go bid on King. Let's have a look. I've got to take a quick break to get my dog to stop barking. We're winding up the neighbours here. King is gone. I think Geelong could bid on Ison as well, eh? That Ison bid will come in and around here. We're already up to pick. I've just realised I've got another bug I've picked up here. Bugger. Okay, I'll fix that. Ignore these numbers. This is the number we're going off. Didn't calculate pick 13 for some reason. 13 and 15. This is why I can't release this thing yet. I've got to figure that out. Never mind. Let's keep going. Marsh moves more like Jeremy Cameron with thin, lanky body. Couple of years in the gym should be fine. Maybe Filippo to Geelong. And then Dockers take Pickett. What are we thinking? All right, should we reboot it? Who are we thinking for next? Where was Tracy's comment? I'll just go back to that. West Coast absolutely don't need half blank. There's one reason we're stacked. So okay, so we won't take Farrow or Lindsay in the next one. Marsh to Geelong. Marsh is already selected. Yeah, correct. Marsh went to Essendon about pick 21. I've got to fix that. That's really bugging me. Numbers on the results tramline. It's what I keep telling people. I upgrade one thing, fix one thing, and I break three other things in the background. Frustrating, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Could North trade up inside the top 5 with a future first and then get a second back in this year's draft? Who would you do it with? And who would they be targeting? Who doesn't need a top 5 pick? You can't do it with the Eagles and you can't do it with Richmond. Essendon will be your best bet. So you want top 5 for a future first. I suspect West Coast move up from 13. Oh, yeah, what was that? Someone reported a trade. Zero Hanger reported that Eagles and Carlton have agreed on 13. Let's reset it. Reset here. I don't think that's true. I genuinely don't think that's true at all, because you'll see in a sec when these academy bids, that pick 9 will be pick 13. It'll be like 12 or 13. We'll execute it. I'll show you what I mean. Doveston is a great fit. I don't think Doveston. I think the Eagles should not look at their forward line whatsoever. They don't have the ball enough in there for it to really matter. They need to shore up their back line and their midfield before you even start thinking about a forward line. Just make do with what you got, because it's not getting there enough. Could Essendon send 5 and 21 and 27 to Melbourne for 7 and 8? Essendon send 5 to Melbourne. 5, 21, 27 for 7 and 8. It's a very even trade according to the points index. 63 points, about as close as you get. So what trades have we had in this one? So we've got West Coast have done 9. They've traded up for pick 9. Essendon have moved back a little bit. Essendon are losing points, which they won't like because they need to match a Suede bid. But that's all right. So I'll show you what I mean. Should we do those Gold Coast trades as well? What were they? It was 27.30. We can't do that now. Maybe 27 and 21 from Melbourne. Back up to 15. So Melbourne end up with 5-15. Gold Coast pick up 281 points. I can see that happening. So that's been untraded. Would you take Sharp at pick 2 if you couldn't execute a trade for pick 5? Eagles. Who's got pick 5? Melbourne. Would Eagles do 5 and 15? 5 and 15 for 2? Would that be doable? Do you guys think? It's not far off. Melbourne get their CDT. Jonty Ralphsmith reported if our 13 comes 17 and 9, and 9 comes 13, Eagles get Farrow, who I think they want. Yeah, I think so too. I think that'll be the aim of the game. Jinby, Hugh, McCarthy and Starcevich are all locks for the small, medium defender types. West Coast key defenders are shaky and need bolstering 100%. Definitely agree with you. That's why I think they should really think about a bid on Dean. Because if they don't want to match it, you end up with a good key defender prospect. Hardly the end of the world. North Melbourne trade for 5. Oh, he wants North Melbourne trading for 5. Sorry, I misunderstood. How are North going to trade for 5? What have they got? Their picks are way too far back. You need that pick 5 to fall in like Gold Coast hands or Brisbane's hands or someone who needs to accumulate points, because it doesn't really apply to Melbourne. They're just going to take the best player. If R13 could come 17 and 9, should we just play this one out? These are the trades we've done so far. So Gold Coast traded 15 for 21 and 27. Essendon then on-sold those picks to Melbourne for 7 and 8. West Coast and Carlton did that trade for pick 9. I don't mind that way because Essendon are now sitting with 6, 7 and 8. Melbourne are with 5 and 15, but they can get pick 2 off the Eagles. Everyone walks away pretty happy there. Except the Eagles. I wonder if the Eagles can get at 15 if they do that. Execute trade. Let's have a look. So, Melbourne keep Gold Coast honest. Melbourne they've traded up for CDT. Richmond want Patterson. He's matched. So is Annabelle. He's matched. And they'll match Harry Dean. He's matched. So like I was saying before, that pick 9 is now pick 13. So you've traded pick 13 for pick 13. Eagles are better off doing that live if it's worth their while rather than doing it before the draft actually starts. Jinby, Hugh, McCarthy, yeah, I agree with that. Key defenders, yeah. Richmond taking Roby, done. Who are we thinking for Richmond's next pick? Who are we thinking? Taylor or Sharp? From North Melbourne. I was just thinking scenario CDT or Taylor. Grill. Okay, let's do Grill. Now West Coast. So if West Coast are taking... Surely West Coast takes Sharp here, you would think, and then hope for Farrow. Tracy wants Taylor for Eagles. Done. Dersmer and Taylor. Haven't seen that combo for the Eagles yet. That could be interesting. Who are Essendon taking now? They've still got Sharp coming available. Sorry, widescreen. Tracy beat you to the punch. She's gone Taylor with West Coast pick here. Who are we thinking for Essendon? Essendon go the 3 South Australian boys. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Tracy meant Taylor for Richmond. Sorry, guys, I'm on a delay. My bad. Taylor and then Sharp. I think that makes more sense. I think the Eagles would take Sharp. And then Essendon are taking 2 of the South Australian guys. Who is their 3rd pick? Grill's just been added back to the board. Who are we thinking? I think the Eagles are definitely going Sharp there. I don't think they'll take coming over Sharp. I think Sharp feels like a bit more of a safer bet. Greaves. Okay, Essendon are going Greaves. Pick 12. Eagles are up again. Who are we thinking now? Bid on Harry Dean. I think Dean's gone. Yeah, Dean's gone up here. Right? Yeah, it's all good, mate. Essendon would take Greaves. Yep, we've gone Greaves for Essendon. Couple of votes for Farrow. We're going Farrow. Oh, that calculated pick 13. So I don't know what happened with that glitch before that we saw. So I wanted to know what happened with that pick 13, but that populated, so that's good. Who are we thinking for Hawthorn? Hawthorn and GWS I haven't really got a good read on at all. Would they trade back with North or someone? You reckon North would do that at this point? Hawks take Lindsay. Done. Hi, Ryan. How you going, mate? Too late now, but with 12, might reach for Doveston to sacrifice one of the academy small forwards. I'd rule out Doveston for the Hawks. Yeah, they've got enough small forwards in there. Hawks will try and trade into next year for Butters. That's another good point. Mitchell's keen on Butters, isn't he? Who are we thinking for GWS? No one's got a good read on GWS, I reckon. It's just up in the air. Who could trade up for here? Would you do? No one really. No. Maybe North. It's not really worth their while, I don't think. Yeah, that's one I just looked at. Yeah, no. Need speed grill for. All right, he slipped a bit. And then Hawks want Merritt and Butters. Don't know how they get both, though. Hawks just want everyone. I think they forget there's a salary cap at this point. Would anyone hide a 2027 first? If a 2027 first got offered, it'd be around here, and it'd probably be from one of the lower teams, you'd think, knowing that Tasmania are coming in for that draft. So with that draft, more or less, you've got to kind of double the number, don't you? Especially in that first round. So if you think you're getting a pick 4, you're really getting a pick 8. Because I think they get pick 1, 3, 5, and 7. Something like that. Richmond going to Giants for Grill. That's a good point. I can see that. Undo last pick. So let's put Grill back on the board. How would Richmond get that done? They got nothing to offer him. I think a first is going to be too steep unless you throw a second on the way back. Richmond could, would you do a 2027 first, hoping that you're going to improve? We've backtracked pick 15. Pick 15 was Grill, and we're going to try and get Grill traded to Richmond. This is the trade we're trying to see if it can get done. So 2027 future first. I don't think we've ever seen that happen yet 2 years in advance because it's a bit hard to project. But assuming Richmond don't have a year like Adelaide had, it can make sense. They will definitely finish above pick 15, that's for sure. They're not going to finish top 3, but in that year it needs to be top 9-ish, I think. It went 14 and then 16. Did it? I've got another bug. No, 15's here. 15's on the clock. It went 14. I'm not too sure what he's referring to. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and do it. Richmond are going to end up with Grill. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Thank you for picking that up. It did. It's gone 14 to 16. Another bug. Man. So annoying. I think that one's easy fixable, though. That's good. That's easy. Good spot, Mike. Thank you very much for that, mate. The more we keep doing this, the more I can perfect it, and then I can get it out to everyone. Let's not forget that Tassie was still voting on the stadium in December. As it turned down, then Richmond might dramatically lose that trade because it gave up. Yeah, that's a good point. The whole Tassie team could fall over. Doesn't exist. Who are we going for the doggies? Who are we thinking? It's got to be a defender, doesn't it? Key defender? Threadgill is the obvious answer. Halfback. Not really great halfback options. Has to be Grill or trading back. Yeah, I agree. I think they're too far into it. That Tassie kind of has to go ahead at this point, doesn't it? Oscar Taylor to the Dogs. All right. We've got another glitch. What is happening and why is that doing that? Pick 14, 16, 18. The rest of the draft order's working. Don't know why it's doing that. I'll have to figure it out. You'd have to take Sharp. Yeah, Eagles should take Sharp. Sharp's gone here. Doveston. I've heard, I think it was Tracy was saying Doveston. So West Coast walk away with Dersma, Sharp, Farrow, and Doveston. Not bad. Richmond taking Roby, Taylor, and Grill. Essendon take Sharp. Now, Sharp's already gone. Sharp's gone way up the top. Sharp's gone to pick 9. We're up to pick 18 with the Crows on the board. Awesome draft for West Coast. Yeah, I think West Coast would take that for sure. Dersmo, Sharp, Farrow, and Doveston. To get there, what did they have to do? They had to trade picks 13 and 34 for pick 9. How many points they left over? They left over 345 points to match a bid at pick 34 for Tyler Williams. But they had to trade picks 13 and 34 for pick 9, which ended up becoming pick 13. That was the Farrow pick. And then they traded pick 2 for 5 and 15. So that was the Sharp and Doveston. So if you got Sharp and Doveston for pick 2, you'd take that every day of the week, I reckon. Over a Roby or a CDT, 100% you'd do that. What's the worst case for West Coast? Yeah, they'll cook it. They can cook it. We got a pretty good track record with early picks. Chris Judd, Andrew Gaff, Nat Nui. Who's another early pick we had? Earliest pick in recent times was Harley. He's looks okay. He's still not fully proven yet. And Roby. Roby was pretty early, I think. But yeah, Eagles don't really stuff too many early ones. The big one was Brander. That was a terrible pick. Who are we thinking for Adelaide? We haven't really got a consensus for Adelaide, have we? Especially because they're considering Sharp with 2. If they trade back to get him and get 2 and other players is really good for West Coast. Yeah, 100%. In no world would Essendon take Ollie Greaves. I think we had about 3 people vote for it. Word is Geelong are taking Hibbins Hargrave. Oh, well, he's up next. Who are we going with Adelaide? I reckon Filippo feels right up their alley. Dangerwood thinks that Hibbins Hargrave is going to Geelong. Who are we thinking for Freo? Oh, you want to go Barker for the Crows? All right, let's do that. Is he gone? There he is. Hibbins Hargrave to Geelong. Ignore these numbers as well, guys. I don't know what's happened there. Spazzing out on me. I just realised I wasn't like, yeah, you might have been delayed maybe. Thread gold for Freo. Key defender. Who's they got now? They got Ryan and they've got Pearce. I don't know how Pearce wouldn't be 30s yet, I don't think, would he? Marsh is going to Hawks. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Sharp's gone a long time ago, Mike. All right, we're up to North double whammy. Who are North taking with their double whammy? A lot of people saying King, bid on King. Keep Sydney honest. Ludowick. Let's go Ludowick. He's gone. Both Swans boys. Now, when you say Swan, are you talking about Carmichael? Or a lot of people are saying Kyle is the other one. I've got to update these rankings. Filippo, a little cocky for my liking, but he's good. Yeah, he did rate himself, didn't he? We'll go Kyle. I think you're referring to Kyle, I'm pretty sure. His stock's risen lately. And we're still on North. I think I saw a bid for someone. Then Ison bid. So Carlton will burn them. So that helps out the Giants. That's those 2 picks there. I think Carlton can confidently think that that bid's coming in before their double pick. Emmett to North. Essendon could live trade 25. Oh, Bailey Williams, that would scare me away every day of the week. Who are we thinking for next? So North have ended up with Ludowick and Emmett. And then this is Essendon's last pick, I'm pretty sure. No, they're taking another one. They've got 1 pick at 79. So that was after those trades. Let's take a look at their hand. Cumming, Schubert and Greaves, 10, 11 and 12. Surely it's Swade. Yeah, I think I will do a live stream on draft night. Be good to have a chat with everyone. Absolutely. Essendon trading down since no Swede bid. How far can they trade down? Who needs to trade up? Port could trade up. They've got no picks. They haven't really got anything to burn with. Collingwood could trade up here. Collingwood got 33 and 39. What pick are we up to? 27. Essendon still gain points. Would Essendon trade up, you reckon? A lot of people saying trade back. Essendon trade down since no Swede back. Trade back, I agree. Yeah, trade down. Yeah. So Collingwood, let's get Collingwood into the game. Who are they taking if they've got these players available? Who do they need? Yeah, I think Essendon would do that trade as well. And then try and bid on him after they've just carried out that trade. So Swade, he's gone. And then who was your other one? I know who you're talking about. This dude. So they're still short. They're short 300 points. From all reports, I don't think he's going to get bid on that early, though. Filippo's still slipping. I just completely ignored that. Sorry, guys. They've traded up for Filippo. Yeah, you can see that happening. He's slipped. He was a top 20 prospect and he slipped to... That's not pick 39. Remember, it's pick 29. I've got a bug there. That's an easy fix. I can fix that easy. Make that number equal to that number. Done. You wouldn't bid after trading up with anyone. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Mike. He's not going that early. Yeah. And then the doggies again. So doggies, who the doggies take? I've got to put this drop down list permanently at the top. So they only got Taylor. That was it. Would a bid for Addensaw come around now? Dogs take Pickett. Yeah, I can see that. And then I reckon these bids for Addensaw are going to come in soon. They need a small forward. Yeah, they do. They got West. And the blonde head fella's coming back as well. I'm going to bid on Gold Coast, see if they can match it at this point. Western Sydney bid on pick 30. So they can match that. Giants bid on Adamsaw and then take Leray. Leray slipped. I remember him. He was actually in the top 20 odd with Cal Twomey at the start of the year. Must have had a pretty poor year this year, I'm assuming. I don't know. Carlton. This is their compo pick for that Ison. So they've got Harry Dean and Ison. I don't think they got anyone else today. No. Harry Dean and Ison, and then the next pick falls at pick 32. Can Essendon trade 44 for 51 and 57 from Collingwood? Yes, they absolutely could. $57 has no points value. That's a problem. Points value only goes up to 54. So Essendon lose value by doing that. So they can't do that. I misspoke. Essendon could trade with Brizzy, maybe. But Essendon or Brizzy are right behind him anyway. If Pies got Filippo, the real happy score Vic AFL fans would melt. Yeah, I think that's wishful thinking. I don't think you're going to end up with Filippo. Need to freeze the results and filter drop down line now in that sidebar so you don't. Yeah, I agree. That's another tweak I've got to make. I've got to make 2 tweaks. I've got to make that stick up the top like these bars, and then I've got to just reorder, just resequence that number there. So what happens? You make upgrades and you break 3 other things. I'm constantly battling it. Essendon trade with Brisbane, but Essendon give up a future third as well. Sorry, guys. Just give me 20 seconds. I've just got to get my dog inside. She's barking. Just give me 20 seconds. You guys think of a trade that's going to happen with this lot up here. Give us a sec. Cheers. I also wanted to grab a sneaky beer as well. Did we come up with anything? Need to freeze results. Essendon trade with Brizzy, but Essendon give up a future third. Okay, so Brizzy was sending that and that. Essendon get 100 points extra and a future third. So future third is 1836, pick 40. Yeah, that's about fair. That's pretty fair. It's a pretty fair trade. So St Kilda use a future pick to jump up to nab Filippo. I'm not sure. Could do. Have they got many? Let's have a look. How many firsts have St Kilda got? I don't know what they're doing accruing these back end picks, St Kilda. They got a first. If they do trade that future first, they haven't got a pick till the 3rd round. So that's something to consider. I don't think they'd do that. Especially when they're bringing in half a new team next year. That could blow up in their face. All right, so we've got Essendon. Essendon have got a few more points to play with to match the L. What's his name? El Kaka. Bid. What was his name again? El something. El Achka. That's what it was. Saints are only adding Fincher, I think. Yeah, so top 30, we're thinking. And where Saints' first pick is in 43. That 61, they're not going to have enough point. They're going to need to go into deficit next year as well, which is sketchy when you don't have a second. All right, so we want to bid on El Achka at this point. We can do that. You know who hasn't gone, who would go around here, is Tyler Williams. Where is he? There he is. So West Coast don't have enough match to bid. They need to acquire an additional 20 points, which is fine because if Eagles go into deficit for 20 points, and let's say they win the wooden spoon again, 20 points is not going to matter compared to 1 and 2. So they're going to have 2,980 points. They're still going to be streets ahead of the second pick. So that deficit doesn't really affect Eagles too much. Match with deficit. Press the like button if you love this trade machine. I agree. Please press it. Let's get the word out there, guys. That'll be appreciated. So Eagles can match it. Eagles end up with a very good hand. They'd take that every day of the week, I think. Dersma, Sharp, Farrow, Doveston, and Williams. Yeah, Mike, we can save it. We can save it for sure. And yeah, it'll be in the live video tomorrow as well, for sure. So where are we? We're up to Carlton's pick. We've still got Lockie Carmichael, Kai Fincher. Remember, ignore these numbers. This isn't calculating correctly. We're up to pick 33, not pick 49. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the likes. Thanks, AJ Aces. Yeah, I'm enjoying. I'm trying to get it as close to realistic as we can get it. That's the aim of the game. I did a collab with Blue Abroad, and I've been in chats with Pommy in Oz behind the scenes. We're trying to tee up something. I've just got to get my life's a little bit upside down with new kid. I'm running backwards and forwards to a hospital, so I can't really lock down a time too much. That's why a lot of these live broadcasts, you get like 10, 20 minutes notice, and that's it. How did Richmond get pick 16? Zaka. So where are we? Pick 16. Sam Grill. We'll go to the trade log. How did they get pick 16? I think it was okay. So they traded GWS pick 16 and a future second for their future first. So they traded their future away for next year, assuming that they're going to finish pretty poorly, like say a top 2 to top 5 pick. That was for pick 16 and a second coming back. That was to nab Grill, who had slipped in this draft. So they walked away with Roby, Taylor, and Grill. And if you guys want a copy of it, I can export it into like a text file as well. There's always that option. No worries, Zaka. No worries. So is Taylor Byrne a small forward? I don't even know if I got him in here, mate. Let's have a look. I haven't got him in here. He might be one of the 92 that I haven't populated. I've only populated 92. I haven't populated the whole class. Can I have a copy of this one, please? What do we want to call this one? We'll just call it subscribers draft. 10th, 11th, 25, number 1. We'll save that. We're happy with that. I can also export it onto my thing, and I'll flick that through to you, man. That's download started. Yeah, so that'll be in my downloads, and I can send that through to you later. Give us a message, and I'll give it your email or whatever, and send it through to you, man. I'll show you how they format if I can. So you just format it and it comes down like that. And then your trade info comes out like that. I can flick that through to, and you do what you want with it. Take Mukunda then. Where is he? Hugo Mukunda, forward half pressure play, times combined. Crumming runs and applies relentless chase. Stengel style finisher with forward half bite. Blends pressure and scoring throughout times his crumming. Okay, take him. Carlton, that is a need for Carlton. I think it's a good match. Melbourne, who are we thinking for Melbourne? They have walked away with, so far, go to the top of the list again. Shit. Just CDT. This is their remaining pick after the CDT trade up. Nan. I've heard good things about this Nan, dude. Flexible swingman who can defend or present forward, reads ball in flight, mark Blitzav style adaptability. You take a Blitzavs, Mr. Fix It, every day of the week. And Melbourne could do with it big time. Swingman who can play either end. All right. Good fit. I like it. Who's going to Geelong? Taylor Byrne will be on your list. Let's write that one down. I'm all for the upgrades. That's an easy fix too. I can add players pretty quickly. Actually, you know what we'll do? I forgot I added this feature. We'll add him in. Give me his details. Taylor Byrne. And who's he playing for? All over. He's 2 meters. And he's really, really good player. All right, Taylor Byrne's in there. So we can draft Taylor Byrne. He'll be down the bottom somewhere. There he is. Oh, it's spelled Taylor without a Y. Let's have a look. I might have it in there. There you go. My bad. So who's he going to? Is he going to the Geelong? Oh, okay. We've just had a pass. I didn't tell you guys about that one. So it's an auto pass, which means basically Richmond are expected to not take any extra players. So the computer will auto pass for us as we enter towards the tail end of the draft. So Geelong taking Taylor Byrne. Is that who we wanted it for? TL73? I'm just trying to read the chat. He's going to Geelong anyway. Small forward. Another Tyson Stengel like. Carlton would have taken Taylor Byrne. Okay. Have Carlton got a pick coming up? Carlton got a pick coming up. We'll leave him for them. Who are Geelong taking? Geelong are walking away with their current hand. I've got to get rid of this thing at the top. We need to fix that. Carlton bid on El Achka. All right, let's do it. Oh, Carlton aren't up yet. It's Geelong. Who we got for Geelong? We can play this one out. Fred Rodriguez to St Kilda. We can do that. Dale Goodman. Who are we thinking for Geelong? Bob. Blake Udspun Benia. That's a Euro name for sure. Where's he from? Sydney on the clock. They've still got Lockie Carmichael slipped to him here. I think that makes sense. Carlton have got an auto pass. They don't get their Taylor. Sorry, mate. I could have redone it. I should have gone and redone it. My bad. Mellow to Cats. Cats are gone. Cats are gone. We're up to North. And you can see here there's going to be a few more passes coming through. So Cats are finished. Port's finished. Richmond's finished. Carlton are now finished. West Coast are finished. They've packed up their laptops and gone home. Alachka, North. And Essendon can match that bid because they did that trade with Collingwood. Crows take Littell. I think Pickett's gone. I'm pretty sure Pickett's gone. Is he still sitting there? Yeah, Pickett's gone. I can't remember where he went. Who did peg him? Pickett went to the Dogs. I wish I could give you the right number. Actually, I can. I can give you the number up here. Pickett went to the Dogs at pick 29. Who's North going with this one? Can we see Essendon's draft haul? Yeah, mate, we can do that. Let's do it. I think it was pretty... Wasn't a good Essendon... Oh, it was, sorry. So we've got a few players. So we've got Cumming, Schubert, Greaves, Swade, and Alachka. Mike? St Kilda could take Kai Fincher in the rookie draft. North would take Heatherton. Okay, let's have a look at that. Why did it skip from 33 to 38 on the right? I've got a bug. It's another bug. I put some upgrades in today, and I've picked up another bug. You can see here it's going 61, 58. Just this number's not populating correctly. It's probably reading from before matching bids numbers, or taking them away when they don't need to get taken away. Basically, what I need to do is just recode that number to read that number. It's an easy fix. I've just got to do it. It's a feature, exactly. Just keeps you on your toes. Exactly right. All right, who are we going for pick 4? We did have someone chose North's pick. Heatherton. Where is he? Liam Heatherton. Gone. And then we got Freo. I think Nan's gone. Nan went to Melbourne at pick 34. Essendon trade 50 to Melbourne. Where are we? I don't think Essendon don't have 50. Ignore that. They're out. Essendon are out of the draft. So that was a pass. Where are we up to? No, they do have 50. Collingwood's got 50. Oh, okay. I know what's happened there. So we've had 2 passes. So these numbers are not the live picks. These are the actual live picks. These numbers are player to be taken, effectively. So it's reading 50 when it should say 52, but this 52 is including the 2 passes. So we had a pass here and a pass here, if that makes sense. So you're actually getting the 50th best player. That's what I'm trying to show here. You're getting the 42nd best player. It basically canvasses all the passes and doesn't count them as an actual player. Is Leray still on the board? Leray's gone as well. He went at pick Where did he go? He went to GWS at pick 31. Rips, 93. 31. So they can't trade it. They probably can trade it, to be honest with you. In the trade calculator, it's still going to be there. What did you want to trade it to? They can absolutely trade it if it brings value to someone. Let's say you just trade it to West Coast, right? Let's say West Coast just want to insulate themselves for a Charlie Banfield pick. They could absolutely do that. Neither of them are using it, but you could just take that throwaway Western Bulldogs pick 4 that you got the other day. Again, a throwaway asset that no one's going to use. Pick 50. Essendon aren't using it. Their list's full. West Coast probably not going to use that Doggies pick. And then for the rest of the draft, up until those last 2 picks, Eagles have got something to... Oh, no. Actually, no. Ignore what I just said. Talking utter garbage. Because even if a bid comes in at these picks in front of them, they're not going to be able to match. I'm talking nonsense. St Kilda trade 2 future firsts in 2026 and future second for Jevon Filippo. We can do that next draft for sure. Melbourne for future 4th. All right, everyone happy with that draft? We can start again if you like. What are you thinking? So I've just saved that. Melbourne are trading up for a future 4th. I reckon we reboot it. What do you reckon? Or you want to keep going? Can we save it? I've saved it again, Mike. I've saved it for you. Yep. There you go. It's overwritten and it's saved. I will export it as well. I've got that updated copy. I'll delete the old one. Oh, that didn't work. I hope I didn't delete something. There you go. That's done. All right. So, everyone happy with how that... Let's go through it. Just a quick recap. Adelaide walked away with Harley Barker, and that was it. They've still got 1 pick to go, which is coming up. Brizzy walked away with Annabelle. Carlton walked away with Harry Dean, Ison, Mukunda, and then passed. Collingwood got a little bit lucky and ended up with Philippou, and they've got 3 picks remaining. Essendon walked away with Cumming, Schubert, Greaves, Swade, and El Achka. Freo ended up with Threadgold. Defence, Geelong, Hibbins, Hargraves, and Blake, they've gone the hyphen team. Udshawn, Benia. GWS traded down with Matt Leray. I think they picked up a future pick. Did they? Yeah, they ended up with Matt Leray and a future first from Richmond, actually. So very good pick. That's what they walked away with. Hawthorn walked away with Mitch Marsh and Josh Lindsay. You want to watch the new feature? All right, mate. I'm bringing it out. Cooper Duff Tyler, Cam Nan, Archie Leduc, and Emmett Hetherington for North. Just bear with me. I'm going to reveal. I've already revealed it, but we'll see. Roby, Taylor, Grill, and a pass for Richmond. Sydney walk away with Max King, Kyle, and Carmichael. West Coast walked away with Dersma, Sharp, Farrow, Doveston, and Williams. And the Doggies walked away with Taylor, Summer, and Pickett. Why does your chat block my email when I send it? I'm not sure, mate. Even if you just comment on the video on the YouTube page, I think that should work. All right, the new feature, guys, is I can bring in new draft classes. So if you wanted to, we can do a redraft of last year's draft class, for instance. All right. So if you were to draft this last year's class, obviously I'm gonna bring in a new feature where I can actually import the last year's draft order, but we can obviously change it. We got Richmond had pick 1 that year, and they drafted Sam Lawler. Oh, okay. There's another bug. Maybe I haven't fully tested it. It's not populating in the results table. It's populating in this one, but not that one. Bugger. All right. I've got some stuff to work on. But yeah, I'm basically looking at bringing in new draft classes effectively, and we can look at doing that kind of stuff. All right, I've bugged this thing out. I need to reboot it. I might call it a night anyway, guys. It's 9:42. I want to thank you guys again. Murphy Reed pick 2. What I'm going to do, we'll go away tomorrow. I'll do some tweaks for you. And what I'm even thinking is maybe even mesh it into 2 draft classes, and we can just go, Sam Lawler pick 1, William Dersma pick 2, that kind of thing. Just for a bit of fun. Yeah, we'll see how we go. But I'll fix that tweak because now it's not populating as soon as I brought in that second draft class. It's just not populating in that right hand. It's populating in the results behind the scenes, but not in a trusty right hand screen. All right, so I'll fix that. I do apologise, but let's call it a night there. I've got the 2023 player pool as well. 12:42. You guys are doing well, man. I'm thankful you guys are staying up with me doing this. I appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. It makes it really enjoyable and it makes it worth my time. It's good. Spread the word if you can. Tell your mates, whoever might be into this type of stuff. Spread the word. I'd like to get a good little community happening here. It'd be great. Thank you very much. Have a good night. I'll try to get back on tomorrow, provided I've got rid of as many bugs as I can find, and then we go from there. Might be a day or 2, but hopefully tomorrow. See how we go. Good night, and thank you. See ya.